Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New media today, USA Boxing. We are back. We back on the block like Quincy Jones. Back on the block like Quincy Jones, man. It is what it is. Hold on, let me get these settings right over here. All right, I'm looking a whole lot more clear there. Back on the block like Quincy Jones, man. We back here again. It's gonna be a good show. You know what I mean? You know, we always have pretty much good shows over here. It's gonna be a good one though. You know what I mean? I've been seeing a lot of the uproar and the hoopla going on online. You know, this is what I do. Take on address a couple of things. And when I get enough more, when I get a few more people in here, I'm gonna address some things. Shout out to Lou Peterson. Shout out to Lou, man. Y'all please go subscribe to my brother Lou. Lou, drop the link in there for your YouTube channel. Drop that in there. Y'all please go subscribe. Lou Peterson is Lamont Peterson, former world champion brother. So that's who that is. You see what I'm saying? You get to see some good interviews over there. He do a lot of good interviews over there. With a lot of the fighters, up and coming fighters and fighters who've been established as well, men and women. Shout out to John B. Poetic, man. Old Dirty Boxing, Knockdown 305 with the Lick Reed fan. What's happening with the Lick Reed? Let's see, Lisa Bales, Nelly Content, Little Green Eyes P, Lunar Glider. Let's get into the show. Just a fan. You already know, man.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
I smoked a little something before the show started, man, so I can be chilled and mellowed out. So I figured out, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. I figured out why it take me so long to get the likes. I told you guys, a lot of my detractors watch me. A lot of them do. Why, I have no idea. I really don't know why. Like guys who don't like VA Money Group, he likes me. I mean, VA Money Group, he watches me, and I can't stand that nigga. That nigga can't stand me. You know what I mean? VA Money Group, one of the niggas who threatened me. Threatened me. I got it on video. I got it on audio. You know, I know that. But he watches me every day. He'll call into the show too. Talk like everything cool. Gucci, right? Jason Mones. Jason Mones have 1 million accounts. He watches me every day. He's Unicat. He's a whole lot of other stuff, right? So I have a lot of my ops watch me. Right? So I'm looking at my analytics, and I'm gonna say this before I get into the show. So when I look at my analytics, right, I'm like, damn, okay, what the fuck going on? My analytics tells me that you guys are gonna be shocked when I tell you this. The ones who, you guys are gonna be shocked to tell me. A lot of the subscribers who watch me, people who watch me, right? They watch Fight Hype. That's the number one show video. That's the number one channel they go to. They watch Fight Hub, right? The number 3 channel that they watch the most is Blue Blood Sports TV. Shout out to Blue. Me and Blue is all right. We talked. They got everything straightened out. But Blue Blood Sports TV is LDBC, right? So I have a lot of LDBC members and their subscribers watch me. Number 4, people who watch IKEA TV, their subscribers come over here and they watch me as well, right? Fanon, his subscribers come over here and watch me. Ellie Setback, his subscribers come over here and watch me. This is what my analytics are telling me. Dante's Boxing Nation, his subscribers come over here and watch me, right? Showbiz Deal Dope, his subscribers. The Boxing Voice, his subscribers come over here and watch me, right? Chimp Side, his subscribers come over here and watch me. And the crazy thing about it is, a lot of these channels I named, not all, but the ones who, they're either LDBC channels or they're LDBC affiliate channels, meaning they're not LDBC, but they're affiliated with them and they rock with them and stuff like that and yada, 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 yada. Or they're pro PBC, channels, which pretty much are LDBC or stuff like that, right? So I'm like, oh, now it's making sense. This is why it takes so long for me to get the likes. But I already knew this. I told you guys this. I have people, a lot of subscribers, they hate me. They can't stand my guts. but they watch me every day. And I'm the total opposite of those guys from I know a lot more about boxing. I talk a lot about boxing. I talk about the old school, talk about different styles, know how to break down films. And I just keep it as, I'm not in love with no fighter because I go by a criteria. So the criteria that I go by is totally different. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is why we get the VA monies over here. This is why we get the Jason Moans over here. Don't get it twisted. These motherfuckers hate my guts. They hate my guts, but they love watching me. And they're watching me right now, and they will watch. You'll see what. Just watch. Just watch. Let the show go on a little bit more. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. It makes sense now. Lou Peterson say, "How do you feel about that, Coach?" It is what it is. When you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do, Lou. That's the way I say. Apparently, I'm so good at what I do that my ops ain't got no choice but to watch me. And that's the truth. That's what it is. The proof is in the pudding, Lou. The proof is in the pudding. I don't have a problem with it. To be honest, it doesn't bother me, but the proof is in the pudding. But anyways, let's get into the show. Now, let's look at the hoopla that's been going on online. Just saw an interview yesterday. I have the receipts. I do have the receipts. I have the receipts. Just saw an interview yesterday with Saul Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the title of the show says, Canelo says he won't fight Mexicans. Is this old or is this new? Let's continue. Deontay Wilder has 0 wins in 3 years, yet he's ranked #1 in the WBC rankings. Remember, we had Blood Boxing on the show, and Blood Boxing said that the ranking systems were fake. And you guys, I always tell you guys, hey, look, the ranking system is some bullshit. Don King used to have his fighters get moved up and down the ranking systems. I remember when Don King had this fake ass tournament for ABC Sports, and they had fighters with losing records. They had a fighter that had losses on their records, had them removed. They kept certain fighters who wasn't signed to Don King were not allowed to participate in the tournament, and they're able to pay Jose Suleiman, Mauricio Suleiman's father, paid him all types of money and stuff. Sources say and the WBA and stuff like that, they have their fighters moved up and down the rankings. I'm gonna break this down for you how this shit works. Janibek wants all the smoke. He said he wants to fight Jamel Charlo. He said he wants to fight not Jamel Charlo. Sorry about that, guys. Jamal Charlo. You know who Jamal Charlo is, right? The one who says he want to unify.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Let's get into the show. Canelo Alvarez said in a recent interview with Fight Hype, not old, but a recent interview. How recent? Yesterday. Canelo, and I have the receipt. I will play it. Canelo Alvarez said in a recent interview with Fight Hype that he would not fight Mexican fighters. Some people have a problem with that statement. And I do understand why they would have a problem with it. I have a problem with it as well. I'm going to tell you why. As a world-class fighter, how can you say you will only fight fighters of certain ethnicities? Right? How can you do that? If a Mexican fighter, and we have several examples of Mexican fighters fighting each other all the time throughout history, right? And Canelo Alvarez has fought some Mexican fighters as well in the past. He has. But he's saying that he won't fight him anymore. Now, the question I have for the interviewer is this here. If I'm an interviewer and someone asks me to tell me that question, says to give me that answer, I'm going to ask them why. I think, that's I think that's legit. Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? You got to pry it out of them, right? If a Mexican fighter had a belt in the super middleweight division, will Canelo Alvarez be undisputed right now? What do I mean by that? Would Canelo Alvarez have chosen not to chase greatness if David Benavidez, who is American, but I don't think he claims America, I think he claims Mexico. He's half Mexican and Ecuadorian. If he had the WBC title, this statement, in my opinion, is so wrong on so many levels. Not only for Canelo, but for any fighter. You guys know I have an old school criteria that I go by. I don't give a fuck where you from. I don't give a fuck how many, I don't give a fuck how, were you from Mexico? I don't care if you're from America. I don't care if you're white American, black American. I don't care if you're from the UK. I don't care what your ethnicity is, race is, what part of the world you're from. I don't give a fuck. None of that has nothing to do with boxing. All I care about, man, is if you're a good fighter and he's a good fighter, regardless of where you're from, all you two motherfuckers gonna fight each other. That's my criteria over here. But I'm here to address the bullshit. And I'm good at addressing bullshit. There's nobody on YouTube break this shit down like me. Not in the YTBC. Well, that's a couple. I'll take that back. That's a couple. There's some talented guys out there. I'll take that back. There's a couple. I'm in the top 5 dead or alive, though. I'll just say that. I'm in the top 5 dead or alive. You know, I piss everybody off. I got Mexicans that don't like me. I have black Americans that don't like me. I have whites from the UK that don't like me. I have people from everywhere that don't like me. Guess what? I give 2 fucks. Give 2 fucks. Give 2 fucks. 2 fucks. 2 fucks. 2 fucks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I give 2 fucks. I'm not the lonely for a conversation type nigga. I'm not the go along to get along type nigga. I am the I don't give a fuck about you or the other side type nigga. I told you guys, I am the worst Capricorn you can meet on the planet Earth. There is no Capricorn like me. I am the nastiest, the meanest, the dirtiest, the filthiest. And my mouth has no filter times 20,000. Let's continue. And I care nothing about my enemies or detractors. I wish no goodwill to them. What if Terence Crawford or Errol Spence or Tank Davis or Devin Haney or Gary Russell Jr. all said that they would not fight black fighters? How would you feel about that? Just asking. What if Caleb Plant, Aurtur Beterbiev, Joe Smith Jr., Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk all said we would not fight any white fighters? How would you feel about that? It's all about how you feel, right? I'm addressing emotions today. We would not know who the best fighters are in the sport of boxing. How can a fighter choose not to fight another fighter based on his ethnicity in 2022? What if a Mexican fighter becomes Canelo's mandatory? Will he then drop the belt and refuse to fight him? The can of worms Canelo is opening up here is huge. I'm going to tell you why. If every fighter were to go by Canelo's logic, then other Mexican fighters would not fight each other at all. We know that no one goes by that logic, but I'm just saying. And in my opinion, this is a very dumb and stupid statement. Point blank, period. If you're a Canelo fan and you're upset because I'm criticizing your guy, guess what? This ain't the channel for you. You can politely leave and unsubscribe. I care nothing about your subscribership. I don't. I can replace you. I'm good at what I do. In other news, Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius is a WBC title eliminator fight, as you guys didn't know. Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz will be a WBC title eliminator match as well. There's only one problem with this, guys. What problem do you have with this, coach? This is the problem that I have. I was looking at the WBC's rankings, right? And you're going to find something very, very peculiar there on those rankings. Blood Boxer said the ranking system is fake. He is right. I'm going to tell you why. All 4 fighters who are fighting in WBC elimination matches are PBC fighters. Some might say this is a coincidence. I say bullshit. In the WBC top 10 rankings, there are 6 fighters who are non-PBC fighters who are not a part of this elimination match. All of them have been skipped over to participate in this WBC title eliminator. Joe Joyce is currently ranked number 2 with the WBC, but Wilder is fighting Helenius, who is ranked number 9 with the WBC. And Ruiz is ranked number 5, and Ortiz is ranked number 8. But their matches is the WBC title eliminator as well. Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, Frank Sanchez are all ranked higher than Robert Helenius. Andrew Ruiz, and Luis Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division. Yet these guys have been skipped over in favor of 4 PBC fighters. I wonder why. This is why the ranking systems are considered fake, because they are. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what's going on here. These fake title eliminator matches are all designed to have certain guys out of the PBC win the WBC title back, point blank and period. That's what it's set up for, and I'm going to prove it. You know me, I come with receipts. In other news, Janibek posted on Twitter, and he stated that he wants to fight Jamal the Hitman Charlo next in a unification match. Janibek is the newly crowned email champion. He didn't fight for the title. He became the email champ because Demetrius Andrade moved up to another weight division and he dropped his belt. Of course, you can't take it with you. So that's what happened. So Janibek became the newly crowned WBO email champ. Janibek said that he wants to fight the WBC title holder, Jamal Charlo. Not only did he say he want to fight him, he said that it would be easy work for him. He said that Jamal Charlo is easy work for him, and he wants to fight him next. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Now that I know that where a lot of my subscribers, what channels they come from, I know why it takes us too long in order to get the likes. A lot of my subscribers come from Pro PBC and LDBC channels. It's amazing how they watch me. It's really, really amazing. Amazing. I'm not even on their side of the fence, but that's okay. Now, this is what I want to hear from other champions. I like fighters who want all the smoke. Jamal Charlo said that he wanted to unify the middleweight division. I have the sound bites. Jamal Charlo also said that he wants to become undisputed like his brother, but has yet to prove that. Well, this is the time for Jamal Charlo to prove it. Let's see if Jamal Charlo will keep his word and unify the middleweight division and fight Janibek. Janibek said he wants to fight. That should be a very easy fight to make, in my opinion. Let's get into the show. Shout out to Errol Cruz.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Errol Cruz said Floyd during his peak, Tank, Charlos, and Andrade, none of them are fighting within their own race. Canelo is the one to say it publicly. Okay? Yes, sir. You make a valid point.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Oh, guess what? I will open up the lines when we get to 200 likes. We got over 200 people here. The phone lines will be open then. If my ops are going to watch me, they're going to have to give me the likes that I want in order to call into the show. If not, the phone lines won't be open. I'm going to just talk. You know I can talk. Where am I going at with this Canelo situation? I'm finna tell you where I'm going at with this. I never go where you think I'm going to go. I'm good at what I do, but I never go where you think I'm going to go. This brother right here said in the chat, Edward, you kind of touched on what I'm going to talk about today. You say Floyd during this peak didn't fight black fighters. Well, he did fight Berto. He fought Berto. You say Tank Davis, Charlo, and Andrade, none of them fight fighters within their own race. Canelo is the one to say it publicly. I want to address that comment right there. Shout out to Roberto Hernandez for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Roberto Hernandez, what to say, family? Said we demand a discount on Canelo's tickets. After that whooping he got, tickets are so expensive. Yeah, that's because Canelo is a draw. When you're a draw like Canelo, the tickets are going to be expensive.
Down from the bar, there's There's a platform stage. People primping, pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So let's go ahead and break this down. Throughout history, we do, I'm talking about recent history as it relates to a lot of Mexican fighters have fought each other in the past. We do know that. For me, what Canelo said is a nothing burger. It's not a big deal to me. But I'm addressing it because I see on Twitter, there's an uproar on Twitter, and I see on YouTube quite a few content creators are really talking about this here, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to come with a different spin on it. I don't agree with Canelo Alvarez saying that he won't fight fighters of the same ethnicity as him. To me, that's stupid as hell. If you are a fighter, you should fight anyone, anytime, any place, doesn't matter. If Tyson Fury said that he won't fight any white fighters, we probably wouldn't have seen him fighting Vladimir Klitschko. We wouldn't have seen him fight Odo Wallin or Pineda, or you get what I'm saying? None of those guys, right? So that's dumb. I'm the type of guy I want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. That's who I am, right? I care nothing about the other stuff. But if you don't have a problem with what Canelo said, and I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I don't care. I don't get triggered at things that most people get triggered at. That's what you're going to notice about me. I don't get triggered at most things people get triggered at. You know what I mean? I don't. Because of my background, right? Because of my background. I don't get triggered at most shit that people get triggered at. And I'm not, I don't evolve from a lot of shit anyways. If you don't have a problem with Canelo not fighting other Mexican fighters, then you should not have a problem with Tank Davis not fighting other black fighters. You should not have a problem with Jamal Charlo not fighting other black fighters. If you don't have a problem with Canelo not wanting to fight other Mexican fighters, and that's why I asked the question, well, damn, what if a Mexican fighter was it mandatory to challenge him for one of his undisputed titles, one of his titles? Would he say, hey, man, you Mexican, they say, I ain't fighting you, Holmes? Would he say that? And I know they don't talk like that in Mexico. They talk like that in LA. Would he say that? I don't know. You know what I mean? But if you're not going to be upset, I like to talk about this fake outrage that I see going on online. If you're not going to be upset about Canelo not wanting to fight other Mexican fighters, you better not say nothing about Tank Davis ain't fighting no Mexican fighters. I'm fighting no black fighters. Shout out to Joseph. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Joseph say he talking country, not race is different. I never said anything about race. I said ethnicity. That's what I said.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People primping, pimping, sharp as razor blades.
But even if he did say he was talking country, that's some dumbass shit right there. I have a whole resume full of resumes. I have a whole list of resumes, a whole list of fighters, Mexican fighters who fought each other. I didn't hear Juan Manuel Marquez say that. I didn't hear Julio Cesar Chavez say that. Salvador Sanchez, I didn't hear him say that. You get what I'm saying? I get it though. I get it. Trust me, I understand. I get it. I understand. Shout out to Jonathan Ramirez. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says Canelo said he would not fight Mexican fighters again because he represents Mexico. Unless he has to do it, it's for a belt. YTPC just twisting twisting shit. I don't understand this. You say Canelo said he's not fighting Mexicans again because he represents Mexico. So explain to me why Juan Manuel Marquez fought other Mexican fighters. I'm pretty sure he represents Mexico, right? Explain to me why, if I go by that, what you're saying, Explain to me why Julio Cesar Chavez fought other Mexican fighters. Can you explain that to me, please? Because what you saying ain't make no sense to me at all.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yes, you're right about that. Canelo fought Chavez Jr. and others in the past, but he said as of now he's not going to fight anymore. As of now, you're right about that. He have fought, and if you listen to the show, I did acknowledge that Canelo have fought other Mexicans in the past. So since he's fought other Mexicans in the past, the statements that he's saying today don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's stupid. Shout out to Snuffbox. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Canelo was doing this countrymen a disservice by not giving them the opportunity to fight in the biggest fights possible.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
He say, shout out to Mike for dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I disagree with Canelo's decision. I want to know who the best fighters in their weight division. We can only determine that by them fighting each other. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's my position.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Roberto Hernandez for dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Roberto says Canelo was getting bombarded with questions from the media. We can't crucify him for that spontaneous, dumb comment. When time comes, we'll see. Okay. All right.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
When you say we can't crucify him, I'm not crucifying him. I'm just saying that was a dumbass statement, which you just agreed with me on. I'm not crucifying him at all. I'm saying it was a dumb statement, especially when you fought Mexican fighters in the past. That doesn't make sense to me. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If anybody's butthurt about that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. I'm not here to be friends with you. I'm not here to hold your hand for your favorite fighter. I'm just not me. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. He said that years ago. It's not spontaneous. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and play the receipt, because I don't want nobody saying that I'm lying. I don't want nobody saying I'm making it up. Shout out to my sister Bless 365 in the building. I don't want nobody saying I'm making it up. Coach Canelo hater. He don't like Canelo. I know how you Canelo fanboys can get sometimes. He don't like Canelo. I get it. I do understand. I get it. I understand. But I let you hear it from the horse's mouth. I haven't said anything bad about the guy. I'm saying that was a dumbass statement. That was it. And if you take the position that you don't have a problem with Canelo saying that or whatever the case may be, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I have no problem with that. But you'll never hear me say, well, man, Tank Davis need to fight black fighters. You'll never hear me say again, well, Jamal Charlo, he need to fight other black fighters. He have fought him in the past. Well, damn, Demetrius Andrade, he need to fight some black fighters. You ain't gonna hear me say that. Because what's good for one has to be good for all. Me personally, I ain't got a problem with it. But what's good for one has to be good for all. That's all I'm saying. We can't have the double standards. That's all. We can't have the double standards. And I'm not upset about it at all. I give two fucks, to be honest with you. I really don't give a damn. Because it's a nothing burger for me. It's a nothing burger for me. But there are people online that's up in arms about this shit. So it is what it is. Let me go ahead and pull this receipt up. I don't want nobody thinking I'm lying. I'm making this shit up. Shout out to Fight Hype. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. Yeah, Canelo and Triple G had I think they had like an open workout and stuff like that. Both fighters, you do know that Canelo and Triple G, they have a fight coming up. Damn, when is that fight? September to what, guys? When is that fight? September to what? They have a fight coming up. Canelo and Triple G fight is. Damn, we got some good fights this month, boy. God damn, we got some good fights this month. Man, we have some good fights this month right here, boy. Woo! Lord have mercy. Shit, nigga, please. But we got some good fights this month here, boy. We got Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall. We got Canelo, Triple G. We got Shakur Stevenson, Rob Consecal, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker. We got Lee Woods, Mauricio Lara. We have, oh yeah, that's it. That's it for September. That's it for September. Andrew Ruiz and the boogeyman of the division. Anyway, let's get it. Let's go. Let me pull it up. I don't want nobody thinking I'm lying. You know me. I am Mr. Receipts guy. If I say some shit, I got the receipts. I don't want nobody saying, oh man, this nigga pulling up some old shit. He ain't say that recently. This old. He's trying to bring up old stuff. That's what they say, right? They say I'm bringing up old stuff. They say I'm bringing up old stuff, right? Okay, that's what they say. They say I'm lying. Okay. Let me show my proof that I'm not lying. Let me show my proof that I'm not lying. This is the interview that Canelo Alvarez did yesterday with Fight Hype. I'm doing this to show people that I'm not lying. This is the interview. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. We can't have the double standards. That's all I'm saying. And is there a bunch of fake outrage behind this? Yes, guys, this is fake outrage. This is fake outrage. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This ain't nothing to be up in arms about. This is fake outrage. That's what this is, fake outrage. But it still was some dumb shit, but let's continue.
And you're still planning to, you won't fight again at the end of the year?
No.
You'll come back next May.
Yeah.
And again, probably the Zurdo Bivol winner. Looks
No, if Zurdo, I don't want to fight with Mexicans. So I don't want to fight with Mexicans, and I think Zurdo have a lot of chance to win, and I want him to win. If he wins, we will see if I want the rematch with Bivol. I don't know.
All right. So for those who said that this is old, coach making this up, this is not old. As you can hear in this statement, they're talking about Zurdo. They're talking about Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol and Zurdo was not in the mix years ago when he said this statement. This is recently on Fight Hype. Yes, let's hear it one more again.
And you're still planning to, you won't fight again at the end of the year?
No.
You'll come back next May.
Yeah.
And again, probably the Zurdo Bivol winner. Looks
no. If Zurdo, I don't want to fight with Mexicans. So I don't want to fight with Mexicans, and I think Zurdo have a lot of chance to win, and I want him to win. If he wins, we will see if I want the rematch with Bivol. I don't know.
All right. Again, that's what he said out of his own mouth. And guess what? If that's what Canelo Alvarez wants to do, fine. Have no issues with it. It's a dumb statement, it is. But my thing is this here. For all those who don't have a problem with him saying that, and again, this is not a revolutionary matter or nothing like that, you cannot be mad at Tank Davis for not fighting black fighters. You cannot be mad at Jamal Charlo for not wanting to fight black fighters. You cannot be mad at any fighter for choosing not to fight certain fighters because of their ethnicity, even though they might have done it in the past, for whatever the reason may be. I don't want to hear no more, oh man, Tank ain't fighting no black fighter. They don't want to fight no black fighters. If it's good for Canelo, it's good for Tank. That's all I'm saying. That's how you argue both sides of the coin. I argue both sides of the coin. If it's good for Canelo, it's good for Tank. Now, when it comes to competition, you can say, well, man, shit, Canelo fighting better competition than Tank. Canelo fighting competition, but Tank ain't fighting no competition. Now you have an argument. Now you have an argument. Because now we're dealing with the level of competition as it relates to boxing. But when it comes to picking fighters to fight based on their ethnicities, that has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. You see how I bring it right back to boxing? Bring it right back to boxing. Now, other than that, that's it. That's all I got to say about that. Nothing more, nothing less. Take it or leave it alone. I'm not here to hold anybody's hand. I'm not here to kumbaya or be anyone's friend. I really don't care. Now, let's see. Where were we going at now? I want to show you guys something. Where are we going at now? Deontay Wilder has 0 losses, has 0 wins in 3 years, but he's ranked number 1. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but can someone tell me? Can someone tell me? How does a fighter who haven't had a win in 3 years, he hasn't had a victory in 3 years, can you explain to me how is this fighter number 1? And he's coming off of 2 back-to-back knockout losses. Can someone please explain to me how a fighter, whether it's Deontay Wilder or not, in this case it's Deontay Wilder, can you please explain to me how is he ranked number 1 in the WBC? Somebody please make this make sense to me. And this ain't got nothing to do with Wilder. Wilder didn't make himself number 1. But somebody made a decision to make him number 1. Somebody got paid. Pretty sure of that. Somebody make that make sense to me. Shout out to the code keeper. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Me say I got a problem, coach. Shout out to you. Why they let this clown hold up the division?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Bro, I don't. When you say the clown, I don't know who are you talking about, fam? Who are you talking about, fam? Who are you talking about, fam? Let me know. I'll be on the lookout for your comment. Kane said that because he lost to the best in the division. Kane, I'm finna blow that up right quick. Kane, because I know you don't know a lot about the sport of boxing, my brother. I know you're a young brother. You know not about the sport about the sport, brother. So let me tell you how this goes. You said that the reason why Deontay Wilder is ranked number 1, even though he hasn't had a win in 3 years. His last win was 3 years ago against 40-some-year-old King Kong Ortiz, 40 or 50-some-year-old, right? And this is no knock on Wilder, but these are the facts. You know, sometimes when you talk facts, truth is looked upon as hate today. You said because he lost to the best in the division. Guess what? We don't know who the best in the middle and heavyweight division is. You want to know why, Kane? I'm finna give you a simple answer. Because all of the top guys haven't fought each other.
True.
How in the hell can you say that Deontay Wilder lost against the best fighter in the division when all of the top fighters have not fought each other? Defend that. Let's see. Hold on. Shout out to Damian Wester for dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Damon Wester.
Boy.
He said the same way Thurman did, Coach. Bread. Oh, yes. I'm finna get into that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Damian Benavidez says, he said, how do we determine the level of competition if the ranking system is corrupt? Make everything subjective. Now, what it is this. What you got to do is all of the guys. See, this is what you do. It's very simple. It's not hard. You get a group of guys right? This is how you do this. It's very simple, Damian. It's not hard. And I think this is how they did it back in the day. You may get a group of guys and they can either say, okay, you know, who are the top guys in the heavyweight division or the middleweight division or the lightweight division? And you get a group of guys, not fanboys of a particular fighter, and you can say, okay, how many heavyweights do we have in the division? The only way you can really know who the top guys is to eliminate the corrupt ranking systems, all of the guys have to fight each other like a tournament. And that's what blood boxing was talking about. It's like football, right? It's like football. You know, in the football games, American football, you have, football teams that got to play each other throughout the season. In boxing, you would have fighters fight each other throughout maybe 3 times a year, right? And then you start scratching people off the list. You may say, okay, as a matter of fact, I'm fixing to show you how to do this shit. It's very easy. And we're going to go to it as well. You may say, okay, who are the top guys? You may say, okay, well, we don't know who the top guys is. Okay, fine. All right, since everybody want to play crazy, we know who the top guys is. You'll take 25 guys. You'll take 50 guys to make it make sense, right? And you may have all 50 of these guys fight each other. You may have the rank number 50 guy fight rank number 49 guy. You may have rank 48 guy fight rank 47 guy or 40th guy. You may have a guy who, let's say if you're putting together a ranking system, you don't have one in existence. You may take, as a matter of fact, I'm fixing to show you now, fam. Hold on. Oh, let me hit you with the Huggy Bear right quick too. Hit you with the Huggy Bear.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
This is the perfect example, Damien. This is a perfect example. You have a list of hold on. I thought I had to show it to you guys. Hold on. You have a list of fighters right here that's ranked with the WBC. How did they rank them? I have no idea. I don't know what the criteria is, right? You have, this is the number 1 guy, Deontay Wilder. And let's see, let's go here. Hold on. You have number 1 through 40. You'll take everybody on this list and everybody have to fight each other till you start eliminating motherfuckers. It's like, you start eliminating them. This is an eliminator, right? When you fight this guy, if you lose, you off the list. And if you fight this guy and he lose, you off the list. And so on 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 until you get all the way down here. Wilder may fight. He's fighting number rank. Robert Helenius, number 1 is fighting number 9. Right? Let's say there's an overall consensus that this top 10, this is the top 15, the top 10 that we have. We're just gonna say top 10. Or top 15, right? They don't have Oleksandr Usyk on there because he's a champion, but we're just going to say, let's say Usyk is on this list. Let's say Joshua's on this list. Let's say Dillian White is on this list. Let's say Joe Joyce is on this list, which he is. You have to have all of these guys fight each other. You may have number 1 fight number 2. You may have number 3 fight number 4. You may have number 5 fight number 6. You may have number 7 fight number 8. You may have number 8 fight number 9. Right? And then you have 7 fight number 8, you have 9 fight number 10. Sorry about that. And then whoever comes out on top in this fight, then all of them got to fight each other until you narrow it down to the 1 guy. You can do it like that. You know what I mean? That's just one way. Kind of like the playoff system. When they used to have those tournaments, it's very similar to the tournament that Oleksandr Usyk was in, Josh Taylor was in, process of elimination. That's how you would come up with the ranking system. You got to get the 40, 50 guys and have them fight each other. That's how you would do that. That's how you would come up with a ranking system. Because now you can justify certain things. You can say, okay, well, this guy fought this guy. Wilder beat. This is how you can determine who's number 1. Okay, who did Tyson Fury beat? Okay, but Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko in 2005. Did he dominate him? No, he didn't dominate him. It was a swear around snooze fest. Okay, because how you beat him is counts as well. Okay, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. What was his signature fights? Vladimir Klitschko, Deontay Wilder, and Dillian White. Those I will say those are his signature fights. Okay, who was Anthony Joshua's signature fights and wins? He fought Dillian White. He fought Andy Ruiz. He fought Oleksandr Usyk. He fought Kubrat Pulev. He fought what to do for Russia? Povetkin, yada, 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 right? And then you look at him and say, okay, all right, so he beat these guys. How do we rank this guy? You know what I mean? Who do these guys fight? and you just do a process of elimination. Say, okay, so we come to the conclusion that in this group, this guy's the top guy, and in this group, this guy's the top guy, and in this group, this guy's the top guy, and in this group, this guy's the top guy. So what we're going to need to do, since he fought all of these guys over here, he fought all of these guys over there, he fought all of these guys over there, he fought all these guys over there, and some of them might have fought common opponents as well, then what we're going to do is Tyson Fury needs to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Anthony Joshua has to fight Deontay Wilder. And the winner of that, we can make a strong argument for him being one of the best in the division. And then if whoever wins out of Usyk and Fury will be the undisputed guy. So we can say he's the top guy. But how you find out who the best is, and this is what make the old school fighters so great, Damien. The old school fighters, anybody can win a title. But can you defend your crown is what separates the wheat from the tare. So this is why someone like a Larry Holmes, he'll get a strong argument because he successfully defended his title 20 times. It's not like he's a one-hit wonder. It's the argument with Devin Haney as well. Yeah, you beat one guy to become undisputed, but the only way we're really going to know if you that guy, you have to fight the other top guys. So once you fight the top guys, whoever the overall consensus is the top guys. If he beats those guys, or if he beats the majority of them, then you can say he's the top guy because he beat this dude, he beat that guy, he beat that guy, he beat that guy. All of these guys where there's an overall consensus that who are the top guys. You get what I'm saying? That's how you do that. That's how you do that. He said top three has to be Wilder, Usyk, and Fury. Why does it have to be? Because you say so? It has to be because you say so? I just broke down to you how you can come up with a ranking system. Wilder's in the top three because he got knocked out by Tyson Fury twice. That doesn't make any sense. Tyson Fury is the number one guy because he beat Deontay Wilder 2 times. That doesn't make any sense. I know you're speaking out of ignorance, Kene, because you really don't know much about boxing. So I'm breaking it down for you. Breaking it down for you. That's my job. My job is to educate the new booties. They don't know no better. So what you would have to do to decide who the top guys are, these guys have to fight each other. That solves all things. The answer to the question is this. How do we know that Deontay Wilder is the number one guy in this? Now, this is according to the WBC. Let's go over here, though. Let's look up the IBF. Let's look up the WBA. You're going to see exactly what Blood Boxing was talking about. He's right. Shout out to Mr. Golden. Mr. Golden said, without Wilder, the heavyweight division is dead. Shout out to Mr. Golden. What does that have to do with the subject matter at hand, though? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. But what does that have to do with the subject matter at hand as it relates to how did he get in a rank number one and he hasn't had a fight he hasn't had a victory in 3 years? What does that have to do with that? Okay. This is how we do this. Showing you guys how you will put together a ranking system. It's very easy. Now, this is the top 10 fighters according to WBC. I'm going to tell you how Wilder got here. Basically, Deontay Wilder, our brother from Alabama, more than likely Al Heyman and the boys, they probably paid Mauricio Suleiman, sources say, to make sure that Wilder stays at the number one spot in the WBC. That's more than likely that's what happened. Because there's no way that a guy who hasn't had a victory in 3 years should still, and coming off 2 back-to-back knockout losses, should be ranked number one, irregardless of who it is. Whether it's Wilder, whether it's Fury, whether it's Joshua, whether it's Usyk, whether it's Joe Joyce, whether it's Parker, whether it's Frank Sanchez, whether it's Andrew Ruiz, whether it's Dillian White, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how emotionally you feel about your fighter. Doesn't matter how pro PBC you are. It doesn't matter how much emotion you have about your fighter. All that shit don't mean nothing when it comes to boxing as related to me. My criteria is different. There's not a boxing explanation that you can give me. And the phone lines will be open. You know me, I don't run from no smoke. I want to hear from any and everybody. Challenge me on what I'm saying. Someone call in and challenge me on what I'm saying. Challenge me on what I'm saying. Give me a boxing explanation. You won't be able to do it. Shout out to and you got to tell me something other than, okay, well, you know, without Wilder, the heavyweight division is dead. If that's your argument, that ain't no argument, because that's your subjective opinion. Shout out to Edwin Castillo. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Edwin Castillo.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said for you, coach, just respond to my problems. He said for prayers to you, coach, just respond to my problems. Okay. All right, Edwin, I don't. Shout out to Edwin, man. Shout out to Edwin, man, for the super chat. Shout out to you, fam.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, so this how you would do it. This how you would put together a ranking system. Let's say there's an overall consensus from the powers that be. These are the top 15 guys according to WBC. Let's go to the WBA. Let's go to the WBA. This is how you do this shit. Very, very easy. Very easy. According to the WBC over there. According to the WBA, Michael Hunter is the top guy. Robert Helenius is the top guy. Huggy Fury, Anthony Joshua, Martin Bocole. We got this guy right here, Magdabov, right? Trevor Bryan. They got Zayn. They got Linier Perro. They have Lucas Brown. You notice that the top 10 guys, well, let's go to the top 15. Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz, Kevin Lorena, and Gerald Miller, and Ivan such and such. What you're going to notice is WBA top 10 to top 15 is different from the WBC top 10 to top 15. So you look and see, okay, who do they have in common that's on all lists? Okay, we may say Philip Ergovich may be ranked with the WBC and the WBA in the top 15. So you say, okay, we'll take Ergovich and do this and do that. So this is how you would do this, right? If you want to put together a ranking system, say, okay, let's just take the top 15 guys from each sanctioning body, analyze them, look at them, and then say, okay, let's do a round robin tournament and make sure everybody fight each other in order to see who is the best guy. Who's the best guy? That's how you would do that. Let's go look at the IBF. The IBF they don't have a number one guy. The IBF has Luis Ortiz number 2, Ergovich number 3, Anthony Joshua number 4. So Joshua's ranked number 4 with the WBA and the IBF. Now Joe Joyce ranked number 5. Joe Joyce is ranked with the IBF and the WBC. Joseph Parker ranked number 6. Joseph Parker's ranked with the WBC and the IBF. You get what I'm saying? Frank Sanchez is ranked number 9. He's ranked with the WBC and the IBF. You follow where I'm coming from? Dillian White, he's in the top 15. Odo Wallin, both of these guys is ranked with the WBC and the IBF. You get what I'm saying? You follow me so far, right? Let's go to the, this is the WBA. I got WBO on here twice. Let's go to the WBO. Let's go to the WBO. Let's go to the WBO. Let's just go with July. Heavyweights. Because sometimes they won't let you see the rankings if you go too soon. Okay, right here with the WBO, let me go ahead and blow this up so you can see it. With the WBO, you have Oleksandr Usyk the champion. You have Joe Joyce is ranked number 1 in the WBO. You got Joseph Parker ranked number 2 with the WBO. So they're ranked amongst 3 different sanctioning bodies. Frank Sanchez is ranked now amongst 3 different sanctioning bodies. Anthony Joshua is ranked amongst 3 different sanctioning bodies. So this is the overall consensus from all of these different sanctioning bodies. So you say, okay, give me your top guys you have ranked over here, and we're going to mash them together and look and see what they, you know what I mean? And then we make them fight each other. And this is how we come away with with the who the number 1 guy is, number 2 guy is, number 3 guy is, number 4 guy is, number 5 guy is. You make these guys fight each other. And a lot of you new guys in boxing, you know nothing about boxing tournaments because a lot of you new guys, a lot of you guys are casuals. The new guys in boxing, they casual, they really don't know nothing. They, you know, they personality worship certain fighters and they live their lives vicariously through certain fighters. And so they don't really like boxing, they like certain fighters, right? So it's my job to educate the new booties who don't know. You see what I'm saying? So this is how you would do it. This is how you would make a ranking system. You would look at the overall consensus. You would look and see, okay, Ring Magazine, who do you have in your top 10 to 15 heavyweights? Okay, Box Rec, who do you have in your top 10 to 15 heavyweights? Okay, bam. And then you make a spreadsheet like what Blood Boxing does. You make a spreadsheet and then you look at it and you say, okay, let's put a tournament together, make all these guys fight each other. And we do process of elimination, kind of like basketball, kind of like football over here in America. You do a process of elimination through a tournament, and then whoever the top guys are, who let's say Joshua may have beaten 10 people, but Wilder may have beaten 12 people, or Usyk may have beaten 8 people or 9 people, and Tyson Fury may have beaten 10 people. Those were the top guys who came out of that tournament, you know, the top 4 guys. Okay, now they got to fight each other until we get down to the last 2, and whoever wins out of this is the number 1 guy. That's how you would do that.
True, true, true.
That's how you would do that. That's how you would do that. Adrian said, he said, you mean Wilder isn't ranked in 3 other sanctioned bodies other than WBC? You know what? Yeah. He's not ranked with the IB. He's not ranked with the Wilder's not ranked with the IBF. Yeah, I didn't even realize that, fam. He's not ranked with the WBO or the IBF. And Wilder's not ranked with the WBA. That's interesting. I didn't even look. I didn't even think about that, fam. But he's ranked number 1 here. He's ranked number 1 there. Okay. So that's how you would do that. So the ranking systems today work like this. Promoters, promotional companies, advisory companies, managers, they pay sanctioning bodies to have certain fighters placed in certain positions. The sanctioning body rankings is crooked as a $2 bill. That's how this works. They pay to have certain fighters placed in certain places. I'm not saying every fighter that's ranked with the sanctioning body, a promoter has paid to have them ranked high. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is promoters and advisory companies, they do pay sanctioning bodies. This is the corruption in the sport of boxing. They pay sanctioning bodies in order to have certain fighters placed in certain rankings to justify certain matches. This is why you have Deontay Wilder ranked number 1 with the WBC. I stand on that. I challenge anyone to, when the phone lines open, I challenge anyone to call in and debate me on that. I challenge anyone to debate me on that. I will easily body you. Because you're going to have to explain to me how a guy who hasn't had a victory, his last victory came 3 years ago, can still be ranked number 1 in a sanctioning body. When you have someone like a Joe Joyce, who's coming off a fresh win, not coming off 2 back-to-back losses, he's ranked here. Joseph Parker's ranked there. Frank Sanchez is ranked there. Andrew Ruiz, yada, 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 right? Andrew Ruiz is coming off a victory. Luis Ortiz is coming off a victory, right? I say all that to say this. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the hell going on. The coincidence of this title eliminator that's being held by the WBC, how coincidental this is, guys. All 4 fighters that's participating in the title eliminator are PBC fighters.
True, true, true.
Joseph says, shout out to Joseph.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Nope, sir, that's the wrong answer, sir. That's the wrong answer. He said because he's been number 1 there for years to come. No, he was a champion there. When Wilder was the champion, he wasn't number one with the WBC. Somebody else was number one with the WBC. I think it was Dillian White, if I'm not mistaken.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You get what I'm saying? So that's how that works. That's how that works. That's how that works. And that's any fighter. This is what they do. This is what they do, right? So then you're gonna have to explain to me the coincidence that there's 4 fighters that's fighting in title eliminators. Like if you're gonna do a title eliminator, how do you exclude Joe Joyce from this title eliminatorship? How did you say, okay, the number 1 guy, we got Wilder number 1. Okay, fine, you got a number 1. I don't blow that up already, but we got him number 1, right? How do you say we're going to make sure that Wilder fights Robert Helenius, who is Deontay Wilder's sparring partner, and he's conveniently so happened to be a PBC fighter? How did you come to the conclusion? Like, I would like to ask Mauricio Suleiman, how did you come to the conclusion to have Wilder, your number 1 guy, fight this guy? Why not have the number 1 guy fight the number 2 guy? Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Why not have the number 1 guy fight the number 2 guy? If that's how you're supposed to do it. That's what makes this look fishy. What makes it look so fishy, you have 4 fighters fighting in a title eliminator, and they so happen to be signed with the same advisory company? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. And this is what Blood Boxing is saying when he say that the sanctioned bodies are fixed. The ranking systems are fake. This is what he means by it.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
That's the sanctioned bodies game. That's how it goes. Don King did it for years. Don King parlayed the game for years. King did it for years with his fighters. You see what I'm saying? Don King, him and Jose Suleiman had a very good partnership, according to sources. Right? That fake ass tournament that Don King did back in the day on I think it was on Wild World Sports on ABC, something like that. Yeah, he even had fights on the USS Cole, the Navy ship, Navy base and stuff like that. And, come to find out he was, paying to have certain fighters, certain losses removed from their records and taking fighters who ain't fought in 25 years. They come and get in there and fight, and keeping fighters who are really active, fighters who are active, who fight all the time. He was keeping those guys blocked out of his tournament if they were not signed to him. That's what Don King did. Don King did that. So that's why I told Blood, if he said, well, the ranking systems are fake today, well, shit, they was fake yesterday too. They was fake yesterday too. If that's the case, you get what I'm saying? If you want to take that argument. But you get what I'm saying, though. Why not have a tournament, guys? Why not? I'm saying if it was me, why not have number 1? See, okay, so you got Wilder number 1. Okay, fine. It is what it is. Why not have number 1 fight number 2? Why not have the number 3 fighter fight the number 4 fighter? How do you? What was the decision? What was the decision making? What went behind the decision to say, okay, we're going to take Deontay Wilder, match him up with Robert Helenius, and say this is going to be a WBC title eliminator, and we're going to take Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz and have these guys say this is a title eliminator? How do you skip Odo Wallin? He's ranked number 10, so I can give you that. How do you skip Frank Sanchez? Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, and Frank Sanchez is ranked higher in the WBC ranking system. They're ranked higher than Andy Ruiz. They're ranked higher than Luis Ortiz. They're ranked higher than Robert Helenius. How come these guys are not in the title eliminators? What made you skip Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, and Frank Sanchez? That's the question I will ask Mauricio Suleiman. That's the question I will ask Mauricio Suleiman. I know the answer to it. And I know he's going to give me a political answer. I know he's going to give me a political answer. I know that. This guy said, use your common sense, same company, and set up fight. Shout out to Joseph for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You hit the nail right on the head, fam.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
We need 3 likes. Now, I explained to you we need 3 more likes. I'm gonna open up the phone lines at 200 likes. We have 350 people in here watching, and we don't have 300 likes. And I told you guys why. A lot of the subscribers who watch my shows, I'm gonna tell you guys again before I open up the phone lines. The reason why we don't get the likes fast enough is because the guys who watch my shows, I'm gonna show you. The subscribers are from Blue Blood Sports TV. Shout out to Blue. Iki TV, Fanon, ES News, which is Ellie Setback, Boxing Ego, Dante's Boxing Nation, The Boxing Voice, and Champside. These guys, a lot of these subscribers come over here and watch us. So they hate my guts. Those subscribers from there, they hate my guts. But they are compelled to watch me because I'm good at what I do. So that's why we have trouble getting the likes up fast enough. Shout out to Jaime Rivera for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
And I have the receipts to prove it. My analytics tell me this. My analytics tell me everything I need to know about my subscribers. I know where you go, when you go there, how long you watch them, what time I know all that shit. Phone lines is open, man. 530-494-9636. Know you want to call in for this. And we got to talk about Jamal Charlo. Janibek wants to fight Jamal Charlo. I wonder what he's going to do for a unification match. Phone lines at the bottom. Call in. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Phone lines is open. I'm ready. We need to get the likes up some more. We need 300 likes. I want to see if my distractions will get me 300 likes because they're watching right now. They're watching right now. Shout out to Jugs. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jugs, what you say, fam? Jugs say, he say, Coach, give it to those you mentioned.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, man, yeah. Go on, what you say? He say LDBC challenge. Yeah. I told you, they watch me. They watch me every day. They watch me every day. They do. They hate the fuck out of me. But they can't, they watch me. Brother said I missed a super chat. Okay, let me see. What other super chat I missed? Shout out to VQ Chris. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, Coach, Coach burning out the game. Yes, sir.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Mario, Coach. I'm calling from Arkansas.
Mario from Arkansas. Talk to me, fam.
Coach, man, I ain't calling to debate with you on the ranking system because you 100% right with that shit. So I ain't even finna get in that.
Yes, sir.
But what I wanted to talk about was why had nobody else shined the light on Deontay Wilder and their resume, man? It seems like you the only YouTuber that I watch that's done shine the light on that. It seems like everybody else scared and they give him all this praise, but man, just like when you broke it up that day, he ain't fought nobody, man, but Tyson Fury.
Yeah. And Tyson Fury ain't fought nobody. You know, he fought on Vladimir Klitschko.
Right.
He fought Deontay Wilder twice, and he just beat Dillian White. So if you look at the totality of his career, he hasn't. You know what I mean? It's the same thing goes, right? And when you say this about certain people's fighters, you know, they get their panties in a bunch. And when I break down, I always break it down to boxing. And I break it down to you have to have a criteria. You have to have a criteria. The problem is today, Mario, these fans today, they don't have criterias. Their criteria is my fighter is black. My fighter is Mexican. My fighter is white.
Yep.
My fighter is from my city.
Yep.
My fighter has more
He
social
better than
media
yours.
followers.
My fighter knock out your fighter.
Right. And and then when you ask them a boxing question, they can't answer the question because they don't know nothing about boxing. They know about writing for their favorite fighter. So when I break down these boxing questions and say, okay, well, how come this? How come that? And I break it down to boxing, they really don't know. They don't have an answer for it. So they'll call me a name. They'll say I'm a coon or a sellout, or I hate Mexicans, or I'm a Canelo hater, or a Wilder hater, or a Spence hater, or this or that. They'll say all of these things, but they will never address the merits of what I'm talking about. And that's what it is.
The truth hurts, and I'm finna go on and get off, and I'm gonna say this just like how you brought up how is Wilder #1 in the WBC, and they had a fight for 3 years, just like how they jumped Keith Thurman to #1 in the WBC ranking.
Oh yeah, Keith Thurman. That's another one. That's a perfect example. Keith Thurman haven't fought in years. He come back, he fights Mario Barrios. A guy who got knocked out by a lightweight, got stopped by a lightweight, and then all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere and he's ranked #1 with the WBC in the welterweight division. How in the hell did Keith Thurman jump Virgil Ortiz? How did he jump Bruce Ennis? How did he jump any of those other guys?
Exactly.
We already know what time it is, man. This shit bullshit. This shit bullshit.
Yep. And I'm gonna say this, coach, and I'm gonna hang up. I'm Jamel Charlo, my weight class 160. I want to unify. I want to bring Golovkin to Houston. I'm going, coach. Keep it up, coach.
Hey man, shout out to Mario, man. Give a round of applause. That's what it is. Keith Thurman from my city. He's from Florida. He ain't from my city, but he's from Florida. How in the hell? How in the hell? I'm not gonna count for him because he's from Florida. Man, this man ain't fought since 1972. And now all of a sudden Keith Thurman ranked #1 in the WBC? How? Come on, man. We know what time it is, dog. They gonna tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. They look at me like I got 9 heads. Shout out to Roberto Hernandez for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said 345 people and only 59 likes. On 59 likes. Your fingers broke. Yes, sir. Hey, Jaime Rivera, what you say? I haven't seen your super chat. Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hold on, guys. Jugs. Jaime said I missed his super chat. VQ Chris. That's Joseph. Hold on, Jaime. I don't see it. Damn, Jaime, I must have missed it a long time ago because I don't. Hold on. That's Joseph again. Yeah, I don't see it, fam. I'm seeing all the ones I mentioned, but I don't see yours. I don't even see it over there neither. Oh, no. No, you sent me a cash app. Oh, you sent me cash app. Hold on. Shout out to Jaime Rivera for dropping that. Bam, cash app on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, what you say, fam? You say, back. He say back in the. I guess you're trying to say back in the day they fought. The #1 fought #2. Okay, back in the day, #1 fought #2. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, Jaime, you're right. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the number 10 guys, the top 10 guys, whatever the overall consensus is. And the reason why it's a must that you have an overall consensus is because This is what everybody agrees. I may take 20 people out of this chat, right? And we may say, okay, let's look at the heavyweight division, or let's look at the welterweight division, and let's look through all of these guys' resumes, and let's pick and see who are the top guys. And then once we come up with an overall consensus that, hey, all 10 of us say, hey, these are the top guys. Now, how do we find out who's the number one guy? Well, the only way we're going to find out who's the number one guy, we got to have these guys fight each other. And then we do a process of elimination once they start fighting each other, right? And then how you establish yourself as the top champion. Let's say two champions fight each other, you become undisputed, like Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world right now, and he feels that he's being slighted because he's not getting the respect he deserves. Now, the only way that you can say that Devin Haney is the best lightweight in the world, he's going to have successful title defenses against the other guys. Very similar to what Marvin Hagler did. Very similar to what Sugar Ray Robinson did. Very similar to what James Likeside Tony did. Very similar to what Hearns, Roberto Duran did. Very similar to what Pernell Whitaker did. Very similar to what Lennox Lewis did, stuff like that. How many times you defend your belt? Because anybody can win a belt. You can catch a good fighter on a bad night, knock him out and win, but can you successfully defend your titles throughout a duration of time? And if you do, how well do you do against those top guys? If you dominating top guys, then you know that tells the story. So I gotta tell these because I know a lot of my subscribers, a lot of the people who watching me right now, based on what my analytics tell me, from the communities that you guys come from, I know for a fact, because I've seen these communities, I know for a fact that these communities don't teach you nothing about boxing. You know, a lot of these communities that you guys watching me that you come from, I know these guys are not teaching you about boxing. You only know about 3 or 4 fighters, and you really don't know nothing about those 3 or 4 fighters. Because these communities that you come from talk about the same 4 fighters all the time. They're going to talk about Crawford. They're going to talk about Spence. They're going to talk about Wilder. They're going to talk about Tank Davis. And that's about it. They'll talk about Charlo every now and then. They're going to talk about Devin Haney. They're going to talk about Devin Haney. They talk about 5 fighters. So I know that you don't know nothing because the channels that you get your information from, they don't teach it to you. So when you come over here, it's my job to teach you better because I know you don't know no better. Because I know the channels that you come from, they don't teach you about boxing. And this ain't no shade to them boys. They don't teach you about boxing because maybe they don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's all about what city the fighter's from. It's all about who got the biggest dick. It's all about who got the most fans. It's all about who the A side. I know what you're hearing. It's all about 70-30, 80-20, 60-40. It's all about you're on the wrong side of the street. It's all about you got to sign with this company in order to get the fights. This is what it's all about. So I know so when you guys hear me talk, I talk like this because I know where my detractors come from. Because my analytics tell me this. YouTube analytics. It tells me. Ali Muhammad said, Coach, this channel is different. It's very different.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. Well, this is different.
This is different. Shout out to Jugs.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jug said I missed his super chat. I think I did see it and I didn't click on it. Let me see, can I find it now? I know I'm gonna give myself the AB. Hold on. No, I didn't miss your super chat. I got this. You say give it to those you mentioned. I got that. I read that super chat, fam. You probably didn't hear me do it. Shout out to Jugs.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, you missed my super chat. Give yourself some AB.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? So I know what I be talking about. So when I talk, you know, one thing you're gonna notice about me, when I talk, I always show receipts, and I'm always gonna keep bring it back to boxing. You wanna know why I'm gonna always show receipts and bring it back to boxing? I'm probably, because that's what I do. I care about boxing, dog. I don't care nothing about who the big fish is. I don't care nothing about contracts. I don't care nothing about 70-30, 80-20. I don't give a fuck if he's from Baltimore. I don't give a fuck if he's from Dallas. I don't give a fuck if he's from Omaha, Nebraska. I don't care if he's from LA. I don't care if he's from the UK. I don't care if he's from Russia. I don't care if he's from the Ukraine. I don't care if he's from the Bahamas. I don't care if he's from Jamaica. I don't care if he's from Canada. I don't care if he's from Mexico. I don't give a damn. All I care about is, can we get the top fighters fight the top fighters? If you want to ride dick, ride dick. I hope you catch a nut. Hope you enjoy yourself. But if you want to talk boxing, this is the channel for you. True. Yeah, I just call it the way I see it, dog. I don't care what his race is, ethnicity is. I don't care about none of that. What does it have to do with the check left hook? What does it have to do with the top guys fighting the top guys? What does it have to do with how a guy who hasn't won a fight in 3 years become number one in the ranking system? I asked a question that I already know the answer to. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So when you come over here, I'm gonna burn your ears up, and you're gonna be mad. You're probably gonna send me some threats. You're probably gonna say this and that, and that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. And then you're gonna come back the next day and do it all over again. That's what they do. That's what they do. But anyways, let's move on to Janibek and Jamal Charlo. You know I got the receipts on that, right?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Hey, man, they gotta put some respect on my name, man. Respect it. You ain't gotta like it, but you gonna respect it. You gonna respect it. Call it what's your name, where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. How's it going?
Going good, fam. Ricky Ricardo, talk to me.
Okay. So, again, good work on the show. Enjoy your show. I just want to give you a shout out and props.
Yes, sir.
I wholeheartedly disagree with Canelo Spence. However, I think if the money is right and there's a high demand at some point, I believe he'll defend his title against Benavidez. We'll see what happens. But I'm not sure why he feels that way. I still need to hear an explanation, though.
Mm.
So that's my opinion on it. I don't know where that came from or why he feels that way. I know it was in particular towards Zerto, so I don't know.
Right.
But I would like to hear an explanation. I would like somebody to interview him and say, hey, man, why do you feel that way? What was that? You know what I mean? I need more clarification myself. So that's how I feel about that. But I disagree with that statement just based on what I heard. Wilder versus Helenius, to me, is a 50-50 fight. I give a slight edge to Wilder in that fight. I think Ruiz beats Ortiz. In my opinion, I don't think either winner will fight Usyk. Should he fight Fury and win? I don't think that fight would happen. I don't know. I just think they're positioning them Cayman and Suleiman when they're doing the backdoor deal, hanging out in the Cayman Islands, chilling, getting shit set up. I think that's what it is. They're just putting them in position. But if that strap gets taken by Ruiz, Wilder, man, that shit's gonna be held hostage for a while. That's my opinion.
You've been watching boxing a while. You've been watching boxing a long time. But so I know you understand where I'm coming from. If you're going to do an entitled eliminator, we know what's going on. But if you're going to do an entitled eliminator, it used to be the number one facing number two guy, or maybe the number one is facing number four guy, and the number three are facing number two guy, something of that sort. And then you do a process of elimination like that. Okay. Like quite a few fighters of the past, we have several examples of these tournaments. So how do you mysteriously, the four fighters that's fighting in the title eliminator, they have one thing in common: they're all signed to the PBC. That's how I know.
Yes,
that's how I know it's some bullshit.
Exactly. And you know, cause I've been watching this shit for a while, been in the game for a while. So I'm very familiar with some of the inner workings. But again, I'm from the outside looking in. I can only go off of, certain, and I do a lot of research too as well. You know, I don't go off of whim.
Right,
But I don't want to get too deep down that rabbit hole. We know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is. Yeah,
and then lastly, So lastly, when it comes to Janibek and Charlo, my opinion, coach, the way shit's going, I think Janibek might fuck around and take over 160. So I think Triple G cashes out and retires. I think he drops those titles. I think he's gonna cash out with this last fight. When was the last time Jamal unified a title at 160?
Jamal has never unified a title. He's never unified a title. Never.
Exactly. At 154 or at 160. And he's been at 160 the longest. And it sucks because I have so much respect for his brother. But that's neither here nor there. As it pertains to these two, I do not see this fight. I'm very suspicious and highly doubtful that this fight even happens. So I applaud Janibek, calling him out. He's trying to make a name for himself, but I don't think that fight happens. So again, that title's going to remain hostage.
Right. Yeah, man. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo.
And Wilder's
go ahead.
Wilder's ranked number 1, just like Thurman's ranked number 1 right now, and that's another questionable. But again, people need to put the pieces together. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that, Coach. You're doing a good job. I appreciate it. What's up to the chat?
All right, shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Hey, they got my dog. They got my homeboy. Hey. They got my homeboy. They got my homeboy. Keith Thurman. They got Keith Thurman ranked number 1 in welterweight. Shout out to Candy Slim. We're dropping that $2. Bam! Super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over.
Shout out to you, fam. What you say, fam? You say play the Duck song. That's the explanation. Oh, you talking about this one? Hey, shout out to the Chef's Way, the Chief's Way, for dropping that half a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to the Chief's Way. He say, Dale Clover Lane, you shrunk. True. Whole lot of more. He say, love your energy. You know it's being set up to return Wilder to the championship. You should use Clubber Lane for Rocky 3 saying pain when you smack someone down. Hey, you know what? No. You know what? All jokes aside, that's what it is. Now, Wilder still has to get in the ring and win the fights. But Robert Helenius is more than likely, that's going to be an easy knockout for Wilder. Pretty sure that is. That's his friend. That's his sparring partner. Kind of already know it. I'm giving you tomorrow's headlines today what it's going to be. Expect the 2-3 round knockout. You get what I'm saying? You're going to hear Wilder's back, knockout, this, that, yada, yada, yada. You're seeing the setup right now. Malik Scott doing interviews. Man, Robert Houdini's boy, he's a really, really tough fighter. He's that. They're setting it up right now. They're trying to sell it as though this guy is tough. Robert Helenius is going to get knocked the fuck out within the 3 rounds. Robert Helenius is nobody. I'm telling you that right now. He's nobody. He's a hype train just like Luis Ortiz was a hype train. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you, fam. It is what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm just being honest with you, dog. I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna say, hey, we need 38 likes, dog, to get to 300. I'm not a part of the go along, get along gang. I care nothing about friends. I care nothing about being down with boxing community. I care nothing about none of that. I'm gonna tell the truth. And if me telling the truth makes you fall out with me, I holler. I got a rabbit and a dog. I'm good. You get what I'm saying? I holler. That's how I feel about it.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Yeah, man. Here, go right here, man. Let's go on over here, bro. Let's go on over here. Let's go on. Well, no, that don't make no sense, Coach. Yeah, let's go on over here. Instead of let's go on over here, or let's go over here. Let's go on over here. That's how we say it in the South. Go country niggas, right? Let's go right here. How can I dislike a man who wants to smoke? How can I dislike a man who wants to smoke? You know me. I like fighters who want to fight. That's my criteria. I want fighters who want to smoke. If you don't want to smoke, I can't fuck with you. Especially if you're saying you're a top guy. You know, hold on. He said, hope all is well. Yeah. Hold on, this is my coach. This is my coach texting me right now. Hold on, guys. I'm texting my coach, my high school coach. It's the guy that got me working out, lifting weights. Coach Al Rosen from New York. I think he's from Queens, too. Yeah, he's from Queens. They got a lot of New York ties. Anyways, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. This is Janibek certified Twitter channel, Twitter page. He said, I want to fight Charlo and get the WBC title. This will be pretty easy work. Everyone knows if I say easy work, it will be easy work, inshallah. Hey, okay. This is what Janibek said. Now, we know Jamal Charlo, we do know he wants to become undisputed champion, right? We do know he wants to become unified champion, right? We know this. How do we know this? Because he said this.
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
He said he want to unify. I want to unify. He said he want to unify, right? Okay, good. Now, since Jamal Charlo said he want to unify, guess what? This is the perfect person to unify with. You have a guy that's in your weight division. His name is Janibek. I can't pronounce his last name. He has the WBO strap. Janibek is the WBO email champ. He has the WBO strap, and he is calling out another fellow champion in his weight division. And he said he wants to fight Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo said that he want to unify, right? He said he want to unify. You heard what he said. You heard what he said. He said he want to unify, right? So since he want to unify, what we're going to do, we know our brother Jamal Charlo won't smoke.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
Name the names, man. The names need to be named. Janibek, please call these people out. Please call these people out. Yo, what up? This Janibek. I want to fight Jamal the Hitman Charlo. I want to fight, well, I don't know if he said he want to fight Gennady Golovkin, but he should want to fight Triple G. I don't want to hear that shit about y'all from the same country. We better want to fight Triple G. I'm going to call your ass out too. I want to fight Triple G. You know what I mean? I want to fight anybody in the middleweight. I want to fight Demetrius Andrade, but he gave the belt up. I got his belt. I ran him out of the weight division, and now I got his belt. You see what I'm saying? So if we had Janibek on there, do you think Janibek would say the names? Shout out to and we had Janibek on there. The man called him out. The man called him out. Will Jamal Charlo take the challenge? That's the question that I have. And for all those who say, oh man, you know, Janibek ain't fought nobody. Okay, do you consider Jamal Charlo as somebody? Yeah. Then guess what? He can fight Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is somebody. Jamal Charlo is a champion, right? Janibek is a champion. He'll email champ, but he's a champ. He's a champion, right? Right. Okay, so shouldn't you want to see one champion fight the other champions? You get what I'm saying? That's how this works. Not only did he say he want to fight Jamal Charlo, look at what he said right here. He said it'll be easy work. He said this will be a pretty easy work. Everyone knows if I say easy work, it will be easy work. The man not only said that he want to fight you, he said that you're going to be easy work. Now, I know you ain't going to let that slide. I know you ain't going to let that slide. Come on, man. Man say he going to fight you, and he says it's going to be easy work. I hope you're not going to fight this guy, Jamal.
You're not. Show us something. Oh shit. Slow down. Killer instinct.
I hope this is not the guy that you're going to fight.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Let's give our brother Jamal Charlo a round of applause. We're gonna put some respect on his name. We gotta respect it. We gotta respect it. We gotta respect it, fam. That's all I'm saying. And guess what? Guess what? This would be a perfect time to jump on Janibek. He ain't got but 12 fights. He 12-0 with 8 knockouts. He's 12-0 with 8 knockouts. Somebody explain to me, how is a 12-0 fighter have other dudes, champions in that weight division, shaking like booty meat? Can someone explain to me, how does a 12-0 fighter by the name of Janibek have other fighters in his weight division shaking like booty meat? Somebody please tell me this. I'm trying to figure it out. True. Somebody explain this to me. Shout out to Boxing Gyms. Eddie Val, Kane, Dr. Paul Evans, Little Green Eyes P. My sister, Bless 365, Lisa Bells. The one Mr. Ham salute for. Ain't this something? Explain to me, this guy has 12 fights. He don't have 22 fights. He don't have 32 fights. He doesn't have 42 fights. He doesn't have 52 fights. He has 12 fights. He said, money short, coach. That's probably it. Man, I hear what you're saying, Boxing Gyms. I hear what you're saying, fam, but I don't think money would be an issue fighting Janibek. You know those Eastern European fighters, they don't be tripping on that. They don't be tripping on that A-side, B-side shit. They don't be tripping on that. Oh man, you know, I need to, I'm not 70, 30, 80, 60, 40. I need to get paid a whole lot of, you don't hear them Eastern European fighters do all that. They just want to fight, dog. So if the money's short, okay, Jamal Charlo, you the A-side. You the A-side, you're going to get paid most of the money. Just pay, the phone lines is open. The link is open. The phone lines is open. The phone lines is open. Anybody want to call in, they can call in. They said it can't be about the money, because if it was about the goddamn money, okay, Janibek ain't making that much money. Just pay him what he normally makes, his $500,000 or $600,000. Jamal Charlo can get paid his $2 million or whatever, $1.5 million that he get from the PBC, and he should be able to fight that man. Shit, if he can fight, what my main man name is on Boxing Gym, if he can fight doggone Macy Sulecki, which we know they canceled that fight. If he can fight doggone, what the other dude he had to fight with, Juan Montiel and Brandon Adams, and if he can fight those guys, shit, surely he can fight Janibek. What to say? You say, nah. I'm saying there probably isn't enough money in the entire purse to move these pampered champions fight. Okay, I got what you're saying. But hey, you know what, though, Boxing Gyms? I'm going to show you how crazy that is, fam. I'm going to show you how crazy that is. If it's not enough money to move the purse of these pampered fighters, how much money was he getting paid to sign a contract to fight Macy Sulecki? I'm pretty sure Al Heyman ain't throw the boat at him. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't have been getting paid that much money to fight no damn Macy Sulecki. You feel me? Come on, man. Shit. That nigga getting paid crumbs to fight Macy Sulecki.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Sorry about that, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? It's your boy Blood. How you doing, brother?
Blood, talk to me, fam. Talk to me, man.
Okay, I wanted to explain again why the rankings of today are totally fake, and the rankings of back then, they're not. I wouldn't call them fake, Coach. I would call them flawed, right? Because in the rankings today, you have rankings where not one guy has fought each other. Okay, now let's pull a ranking from July of 1986. I just did this, right?
Okay.
I pulled a heavyweight ranking. Okay, number 1, Trevor Berbick. This is during the time period when Spinks had beat Larry Holmes, okay? Berbick is number 1. At that time, he had fought 2 guys in the top 10, Pinklin Thomas and Larry Holmes.
Okay.
Larry Holmes is number 2. He had fought 4 guys in the top 10. Okay. Witherspoon, Weaver, Smith, and Williams. Tim Witherspoon, number 3. He fought 5 guys in the top 10. Holmes, Bruno, Tubbs, Smith, and Thomas. Pinklin Thomas is ranked after that. he fought Weaver and Witherspoon. After that, you got Tubbs, who fought Witherspoon and Smith. Bone Crusher Smith fought 5 of them. He fought Weaver, Witherspoon, Tubbs, Holmes, and Bruno. Bruno fought Witherspoon and Smith. Buster Douglas is the only person on there who at that time had not fought anybody yet, but he was on his way to fighting somebody. Right after Douglas is Weaver, who fought 4 guys on there. Williams, Smith, Holmes, and Thomas. Then there's Call the Truth Williams, who fought 2 guys on there, Weaver and Holmes. So these guys have not only fought once, some of these guys have fought 5 of the guys on the top 10. Shit, 3 of them have fought 5 of the other guys on the top 10. So that, you could call that a flawed ranking system, maybe, because Buster Douglas is on there and had not fought nobody in the top 10, and he's ranked number 8. So maybe it's a little flawed, but I wouldn't call it fake. Now, what we got in place today, I would call that fake, because not one guy has fought another guy. Yet in this ranking system here, you have 3 different guys who fought 5 guys on here. You can't even compare them.
No, you're right.
This is July of 1986. If anybody wants to check, I got the shit right in front of me. I got all the magazines.
You know what, Blood? You're right. You're right about that. If those guys fought each other back then, and you do like that was the process of elimination. And this is what I was saying when the brother Kane said that Wilder is the #1 guy because he lost to the top guy. And I broke down to him. I said, there's no way he could have been the top. How do you determine he's the top guy when all of the other guys haven't fought each other? So in order to, and that's basically what you're saying. Your argument is, hey man, well shit, this guy fought 3-4 other guys in the top 10 to 15. This guy fought 5 or 6 guys in the top 10 to 15. There was a process of elimination because all of those guys fought each other. What's going on now today is we're saying that fighters are #1 by default because even though he hasn't fought 3 other guys that's in the top 10, they're saying, well, he don't have to fight those 3 other guys. He fought Wilder. That's sufficient enough for him to be #1. No, it doesn't work that way. Because if you go by the ranking system of how it was in the 80s, like you just ran down to me, it's like comparing apples and oranges. So I have to say this. You 1,000% correct. You're 1,000% correct. You're right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just think that, man, it's ridiculous that Deontay Wilder and Keith Thurman and guys like that are ranked #1 after not fighting for several years. Some of these guys are coming off of losses. They're inactive. I just don't consider anyone who will come to me and tell me that their fighter is more valid because of a ranking system. If you're talking about a ranking system over the past 8 or 9 years, then I don't want to hear it. That's all I've ever said.
Yeah.
So to anybody out there, if you run across flood boxing, don't come to me talking about ranked opponents unless you're ready to pull old school rankings with me and all kinds of stuff like that. Back then, the rankings were flawed, but shit, listen, you heard them rankings I just put out there, and this is on record. So you guys could go back and you guys could double check what I'm saying. I got the magazine right in front of me right here, and I just looked and seen who fought who during that time period, right? So at that time period, most of the top 10, other than Buster Douglas, had fought everybody. Pretty much. Shit, some of these guys 5 times and stuff. Sometimes they fought more than once, too. By this time, they had already had double fights and all kinds of shit. So we knew who the guys were back then. That's all it is, man. But, Coach, man, great job, man. I love what you're doing by breaking this down, man. This is opening up for something else right here, man. And I appreciate you for doing it. So,
hey, thank you.
One love,
hey, thank you. It really came from you. Me watching your shows, you had me thinking. But you just broke some down to me. I should not say that those rankings were fake back then. You're right about that. Because the way you just broke it down, I can't argue with that.
Right.
I'm like, well, goddamn, he make a valid point. All of these top guys fought each other. So how can I say it was fake? I can say what Don King did with some bullshit, with his tournament, but
oh yeah, definitely.
But I do get exactly
and
what you're saying.
there's times where we'll look at it and it won't look as good as it does here. But for the most part, you're always going to find someone who fought someone. But I went to a random magazine, opened it up, and come to find out these guys have fought each other multiple times in the top 10, and that's not what we see today. So I don't want to hear, and I hate to pick on the Errol Spence side, the Errol Spence and the Anthony Joshua fan base. But you guys tend to say that stuff a lot. Anthony Joshua fought more ranked guys. Not in a fake ranking, though. That's a fake ranking. That's not a 1985 ranking.
Blood, you see this? I got the one of the magazines you gave me right now. I'm reading it right now, and it was talking about the top heavyweights. It got George Foreman,
yes, sir.
Ken Norton, Joe Frazier, and Ali on there, and it's talking about the top heavyweights and the guys who they fought and stuff like this. Talking about that in here. Talking about that in this magazine.
Yes, sir.
I'm reading it right now. Reading it right now. Reading it right now. So it's channels like your channel and what I try to do over here, because my analytics tell me who my subscribers are, and I know which channels who they watch. And quite a few of the people who watch me, they come from LDBC channels. So I do know that
they're not going to smash your button up. You're right about that. They're going to look at your videos. They're not going to smash your like button, but it doesn't matter. You don't need their help anyway, because what you're doing is a great thing. There ain't nobody like Coach Malachi. Nobody. And that's all I got to say.
Shout out
Coach,
to Blood.
One love. I'm out of here, bro.
Shout out to Blood.
One love, brother.
Shout out to Blood, man. Blood is right. Blood is right. And this is how you come away with the top guys. What he just broke down about 1986, he's 1,000% correct about that. He's 1,000% correct. Ain't no argument for me. I can't say shit. Like, yep, he make a valid point. Now, if you listen to what Blood Boxing just said, and you look at the way the things are now with the different section of bodies, do you see that criteria? We need 9 more lights, guys, 9 more lights. Do you see that criteria right now? No, you don't see that criteria right now. If we had that criteria now that they had in 86, or, if we had that today, there's no way in the hell Keith Thurman will be number 1 in the WBC. There's no way in the hell Wilder will be number 1 in the WBC. But I know a lot of these guys who watch boxing today, they don't know no better. And it's not young guys. These are older guys. These are guys that's my age and even older. They don't know no better. They don't know. And the channels that they get the information from doesn't educate them and teach them that. So they don't know no better. They don't know no better. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Bless 365. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless says, she say, how dare you sit up there with that luxurious looking hair? That's all I have. Hell, man, it's looking kind of rough, man. Looking kind of rough. I had a nigga tell me he said this ain't my hair. A lot of people think my hair died, but it's not. If I get close to the camera, you'll see I got gray hairs all around my hair. I got a lot of gray hairs. It's just the contrast in the camera. I got a real good lens. But you get what I'm saying. But enough about here. Let's talk about boxing.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
We need 4 more likes. And there's some other super chats I missed. Hold on. I got Bless right there. Damn, what are the other super chats at? Where are the other super chats? It was Bless. Hold on, guys. It was Bless. Damn. Thought I had Bless. Okay, Mr. Calderon. There you go. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Mr. Calderon, what to say, fam? He say knowing the PBC, they want that on pay-per-view. Yes, it is a pay-per-view fight. Both fights are pay-per-views. Andy Ruiz and King Kong Ortiz is a pay-per-view fight, and Wilder and Helenius is a pay-per-view fight. He said, I might pay for that, to be honest. They got me interested. Okay.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Let's give everybody a round of applause. We do have over 300 likes. Shout out to Blood Boxing, man. If you're not familiar with Blood Boxing, please look his channel up. Blood Boxing. Also look up Retro Boxing and Documentaries. This guy really, really knows his stuff. There's some YouTube channels that really, really know boxing. If you really want to learn boxing, understand ranking systems, understand how to break down fight films, understand what an open hand is, a backhand is, stuff like that, how to parry, all stuff, trap counters, how to slip and counter, how to fight in the pocket, how to hand-eye coordination. You know, a lot of people you don't hear a lot of that in boxing, hand-eye coordination. You got to have hand-eye coordination. That's the only way you're going to know how to slip those punches. You got to be able to see them coming before they get there. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But if you want to know stuff like that, there's channels out there you can go to. You can go to Ring IQ, Jules. You can go to Boxing Gyms. You can go to Retro Boxing and Documentaries. You can go to Scrapbook Boxing. I'm talking about, there's another guy in the UK named Punch Perfect Boxing, Jamie. That dude there know his stuff too. I'm just saying the channels that know boxing and can really break it down. You know, that I'm like, no, you know, I'm just being honest with you. I watch these guys. I listen to how they break stuff down. They know they shit. They know they shit. They're serious. They know they shit. Boxing Beats. Beats is another one. They know their stuff. Yeah, man, but you know what though? Doggone, this is what I like to see from my champions. I like to see fighters fight each other. Shout out to Lady Shan. What he say? He say, never been in an era where all of a sudden rankings, belts, and resumes don't mean nothing now. Listen, hold on. He say, but when their fighter is high in the rankings, fighting someone of note, it all matters again. Well, this is where we at, Shan. This is where we at. You got to understand, this is where we at. This is where we at. We are at a place to where, you know, you have online, you have a bunch of uneducated boxing fans. They're not young. These are older guys. As a matter of fact, let me break something else down with you. So let me show you these analytics. These analytics are something else. I know which videos you guys are watching. I got that right here. Blue Blood Sports TV. A lot of you guys watch Blue Blood Sports TV videos. Fight Hype. Blue Bloods is that guy. Aki TV. Okay, a lot of you guys watch that. Let's see. 5% of my subscribers are women. 63% of my subscribers are from the US. 16% are from the UK. 95% of males watch me. 44% of women, 5% of women watch me. These are the age groups of subscribers who watch me. 7.2% of subscribers who watch me are from the ages of 18 to 24. 27% of subscribers who watch me are 32%, but 33% of the subscribers who watch me are from the ages of 35 to 44. 20% of subscribers who watch me are from the ages of 45 to 54. And 8.7% of subscribers who watch me are from the ages of 55 to 64, and 4% watch me are from the ages of 65 plus. And most of those guys are from LDBC channels. They're from and their affiliate channels in Aki TVs and the Boxing Voices, the Pro PBC guy. They're from those channels. So so when I talk, I know what I'm talking about. I have information on you. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not like these other guys. I'm not like these other dudes on YouTube, dog. I'm telling you, bro, I'm different. remember that song by 2 Chainz? I'm different. Yes, I'm different. Pull it up to the he said, pull it up to some with the silly miss of the subject. I forgot what it was. Anyway, yeah, I'm different. I'm very analytical. I'm an analytical guy. I'm a handful. That's why you can't come over here with no fanboy stuff with me. You better know some stuff. You better be a blood boxing. You better be a boxing gyms. You better be a ring IQ. You better be a scrapbook boxing. You better be a beats. You better be one of those channels. You can't. If you ain't one of those channels, your ass in trouble with me. You better know some shit. This dude right here, he say, your ego got you by the nuts, coach. Guess what? The dude who's saying this, he's from one of those channels. True. He's from one of those channels. If you feel that way, why are you here? That's all. If you feel that way, why are you here? Leave.
Pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest fighter ever lived.
If you want to impress me, leave. If you want to impress me. Shout out to Halim. He say, damn, coach. Damn, coach. L. Harvey, he said, I knew you was about to get him. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't play with these dudes. I don't. And the phone lines is open too. 530-494-9636. They never call into the show. Every now and then I get one or two, but for the most part, they never call into the show. Yeah, no, not Blue Bloods. I mean blood boxing. Blood boxing. Go to blood boxing or go to retro boxing and documentaries. He said, I hear you, Doc P. They talk about Dr. Paul Evans, yeah, man, yeah. Shout out to my dog, Thuggin' D. Thuggin' D, what's up, man? Thuggin' D, what's up? Yeah, man, what's going on, man? Shout out to Jaime Rivera. What you say, fam? He said, Cole, that was a great call by your boy. Yes, sir. He said, what's wrong with Blue Blood? There's nothing wrong with him. He all right with me. I had a talk with him. We have our disagreements. Me and my brother have our disagreements, but he called this show. We talk on the phone, and me and him straight. There's nothing wrong with Blue Blood Sports TV. I don't know, we don't agree on we don't see eye to eye now. You know what I mean on some things, but other than that, there's no beef. There's no beef with the brother. He's a good dude. Angry Nick. He said, Coach is the unbiased dude. Is the unbiased one dude who respects all fighters. Yeah, I just want to see the fighters fight. Shout out to Buster Can Man Cassidy. He said, need to get that on some hoodies, caps, and shirts, Coach, man. Sign the contract. Hey, you know what, though? As I said yesterday, check this out. As I said yesterday, too, Butch Cassidy. Check this out, fam. Check this out. As I said yesterday, do you notice? This is what pisses me off. Do you notice? And I got to call it the way I see it. I have to call it the way I see it. Do you notice there's never, shout out to Bless 365. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, that's some scary info. He said, give it to the privacy matter movement.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
But I'm gonna say this. Bless, I'm gonna say this. The reason why things are so hard now in order to find out who the best fighter is, Bless, because these fighters hardly fight. They fight once a year. And then I think the politics, and that's in today's boxing, Bless, the politics is so thick right now. Like literally you have dudes who won't fight another fighter. They hide behind promotional companies, the promotional networks. They won't work with another promoter. They will, but it depends on which fighter it is. You get what I'm saying? This is what's going on. So it's so hard right now. So when these guys come over here making these straw man arguments about their fighter and they can't defend their position, especially after I listen to what they say and I come back with my counter, you know what I mean? Like if it was a boxing match, if I was a professional fighter and some of these dudes that come over here with this fanboy stuff try to box me, I'll be undisputed. Oh, I'm already undisputed. I got my belts right there. I'm already undisputed. You already know that. I'm already undisputed. So there's no debate about that. I'm undisputed. Yeah, it'll be me in the pocket. James Lightside Tony in his prime, just slipping him. Oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Oh, you gonna come with that? Bap. Okay, what you doing? Slip. Come there. Bap. Okay, there you go. Right. Come uppercut. Bap. Okay, watch out. Slip over here. Right. Bap. Okay, come back up. Check left hook. Bap. It's like that. It's like that.
Man, who this little young whippersnapper running all up into my combo? Look at you. You're all wet behind your ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Man, you better go on home before you get your little thick ass tossed up.
That's what I say to him. Hey, what you mean? You mean my fighter? You don't think my fighter the greatest fighter of all time? Wait a minute, has he fought the other top guys? He don't need to fight the other top guys. What you got to say about that?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
I plead the fifth, man. I plead the fifth. My fighter the shit. Every time my fighter fight, everybody come to see my fight.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Boy, when they come with those straw man arguments. Hey, do you remember the movie The Matrix? You guys remember the movie The Matrix, right? They be coming with those straw man arguments. Remember when Neo found out that he was the one? Remember he was running from 3 agents? He was running from Agent Smith, and he was running from the other 2 agents. And then when he was running, they was busting them guns at him. And then Neo had stopped. And it finally hit him what Morpheus was telling him, that he is the one. What the Oracle was telling him, that he is the one. And then he sat down and he stopped. And then Neo looked at the bullets and everything slowed down. And when it slowed down, the bullets came within inches of Neo. He made them stop. He said, stop. The bullets stopped. And then he grabbed one bullet and looked at it like, interesting. Yeah, he looked at it like, goddamn. And then he realized, oh, this what y'all shooting at me? This is how I am. This is how I am. Like the dude Minnesota Mike, I got his phone number. He called, he'll tell me what he gonna do to me when he see me. This is how I am. I'm looking at the bullet, oh, interesting. Oh, that what y'all got? And then I say no, and all the bullets drop down. And then Agent Smith run his ass over there. I beat the brakes off of him. Bap. Then he go to throwing punches. I turn my head to the side. I'm blocking stuff. Then that's all you got? Your favorite fighter from your city? Oh, you fanboy? Oh, you D-riding? Oh, okay, he pound for pound number 1 because you say so? Oh, you ain't got no boxing facts? Okay, then I just flip him and kick him on out the way, get him on out the goddamn way. Going back to where you came from. Going back, come back some more. Come back some more. Going back to where you came from. Yeah, man, it is what it is. I mean, that's what I do. That's what I do. You see what I'm saying? You already know what time it is.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Hey, when they bring their ass over here.
That's my boy, Pop.
Yeah, but you know what though? When you're on the internet, man, they have ways of stalking you. Anytime you're on the internet, they stalking you. You're being tracked by your cell phone right now. I'm being tracked by my cell phone right now. They're stalking you. They know every movement you make. Even if you have a house that's digitized, that's digital, they can tap into your house and see you through your cameras. Yeah. When a fool like the dude from Minnesota called me, I know pretty much. I got his phone number. You see what I'm saying? I know his last name, and I know where he's at. Internet is a motherfucker. Technology is a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand that. I advise you guys to get you a VPN. Get you a VPN. I advise you guys, get you a VPN. You got, you know the crazy part about it is this. When it comes to the sport of boxing, right, what you're going to find online today, you're not going to find much boxing talk. You're going to find a whole lot of other things that has nothing to do with boxing. A lot of these guys, they don't even know what a tournament is. These fighters have fought, so they don't understand that. And Blood Boxing just called in and broke down very so eloquently about the ranking system at that time and how you knew who was who based on who they fought. Remember what I always say over here, guys, who you fight matters.
True.
Who you fight matters. Your fighter can't be the number 1 guy if he only fought 2 guys in the top 10, or if he fought 1 guy in the top 10. If he beat 1 guy 2 times, you can't say he the best hog head cheese sandwich in the refrigerator when he haven't fought the other hog head cheese sandwiches.
True.
That's not how that works.
Like move up in weight class, go up to 168. challenge this man for all the marbles.
The Mexican monster, yeah.
The Mexican. You keep throwing that up every time I...
Yeah, I remember the guy was everybody scared of that guy. You talking a lot of shit. That's all I want you to say about.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. It should be a crime for what I'm doing because I have to educate these guys because I understand that they don't know no better. And then I send them to points of reference that they can go to. I send them to boxing gyms. I send them to retro boxing and documentaries. I send them to scrapbook boxing. I send them to beats. I send them to Ring IQ because those guys know boxing. You're not going to find too many YouTube channels that really, really know boxing. I send them to, Punch Perfect Boxing, who can really break down fight films and stuff like that. You'll find out these guys really don't know that much. They really don't know. And it should be a crime for what I'm doing.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. You can take me to jail.
Take me to jail?
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up?
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You have guys, they fight. They got a resume full of these guys, and they're going to tell me they fight at number one.
Show us something. Oh, shit. Slow down. Killer instinct.
You fought 35, 40 whole head cheese sandwiches, and your fans telling me that you the king of the hill. Nigga,
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid
that.
Capri?
I didn't say
huh?
that.
Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Can I tell you something?
Money, I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
It is what it is. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said they're playing fantasy boxing on their PS5.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to, man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, man. Now, nowadays, in today's boxing, you ain't got to fight the other dudes. All you got to do is be good on TikTok.
Well, I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
You just got to be, you got very few Jamel Charlos in the game.
Fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
This is what I want to hear from my fighter. I want to hear him say they want the smoke, okay?
There's nothing that I can do. Sorry, I moved my camera. There's nothing that I can do other than just be patient, let these boys keep talking that smack, and me be who I am. Damn, phone number falling. My bad. Look.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, man? So, just know, you're not dealing with a dummy, right? Our job is to try to educate these guys. We are the only boxing community that have commandments. We are the only boxing community that have commandments. As a matter of fact, let's do this. We are the only boxing community that have commandments. Your favorite YouTube channel, they can't have commandments because they don't have criteria from which they judge their fighters. There's no standard. There's no criteria. The standard is popularity. The standard is dick riding. The standard is he's from my city. The standard is he's from my state. The standard is he's the king of Zamunda. The standard is he's from my country. That's the standard. And then when it comes to somebody like me, I'm like, no, Holmes, no, SA, no, we don't do it like that there. I am a fan of the sport of boxing. And I'm looking at the commandments right now. And the way we do things is we have a criteria. What is your criteria for judging who is the best? If your criteria is your guy beat one whole head cheese sandwich, or he fought 10 whole head cheese sandwiches, 8 tomato cans, 4 pork chop willies, 3 Saudi big nuts, you know what I mean? 2 hobo Sams, and you're telling me that your fighter is the best, and I have a plethora of receipts from the past that show me, that ain't the criteria. This is how you determine who the best. This is what they did back in 86. Blood Boxing just called in. This is what they did in such and such. Right now, today, you don't have to do any of these things because right now, today, you have a fan base that's online that's being miseducated by their favorite YouTube channels, and they don't know no better. So, it's more fanboy channels. It's more fanboy channels. It's more D-Riding channels. It's more fake revolutionary channels. It's everything but boxing. It's everything but boxing. So I think the reason why my detractors come here, because they know when they hear me, they know they hearing the real. They know they hearing the real. They like, yeah, this nigga said some real shit, but I just don't like the bitch ass nigga. But I can't help but watch this whole ass nigga every day. I gotta watch him. And this is why you get niggas like BA Money Group. He don't like me, he'll watch me. He'll say that when he see me, he gonna put hands on me and shit like that. You'll get niggas like Jason Mones and stuff like that. They'll say that, but they'll never say that I'm lying. True. And they say it from their mama's basement playing their PS5. I don't know how to be fake, dog. I don't know how to be fake. I told you guys I'm one of the worst Capricorns you ever want to meet. I'm a straight shooter. I don't know how to sugarcoat it, dog. Oh, there go the commandments. There they go. Pass me them things. Let's get them. Here go the commandments. I called it the way I see it, fam. I called it the way I see it. Pound for pound. I called it the way I see it, dog. If they mad at you, make them even more madder. That's my motto. And when it's time to run them off the block, you run them off the block. That's what I do. I run them off the block. See, when you heard no tweet from the other nigga who said that he said my ego is getting to me. You see, he ain't came back. Ran his ass off the block. He'll be back tomorrow, though. Take another Quaalude, we be back. They all come back. Your haters, remember this, guys in the chat. Your haters will always check on you to see if you're okay. Bless, if you got haters, they always gonna check on you to see if you're okay. And I'm gonna tell you why. Dr. Paul, Knockdown 305, Just a Fan, Boxing Gyms, Blood Boxing. If you have haters, Lisa Bells, they always going to check on you to see if you're okay. They have to check on you because they want to know if you're doing bad or not. And they find out you're doing bad, yes. Oh, bitch ass nigga, he doing bad. Oh, ass nigga, I'm glad he doing bad. But the only way they're going to know if you're doing bad or not, they have to check on you. So they have to watch you. Damn, this nigga doing good. Damn, I ain't got nothing to refute what this nigga saying. Oh, bitch ass nigga. Oh, coochie ass nigga. Oh, Kuta Kente ass nigga. I can't stand him. Lord, I can't stand him. Can you refute any facts that he's saying? No, I can't refute no facts that he's just saying. I just don't like him. If I see him somewhere, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D. Sir, how you gonna do it and you ain't even got no car? And if you do got a car, you struggling to get gas money. You going half on the Nick sack with your homie. You putting up $2.50, going to half on the Nick sack with your homie. How are you gonna do all these things? To a content creator. True. And then Nick Sack selling ass niggas calling me, talking that shit about what they gonna do. Boy, hush. This is the 16 commandments. For all of those who new to my channel, this is the criteria that we go by over here with New Media Today USA Boxing. You might not like this criteria. If you don't like this criteria, this might not be the channel for you. Okay? Commandment, we have something called the 16 boxing commandments, the 16 commandments of the boxing gods. And commandment number 1 is, thou shalt not fanboyeth for any fighter. A fanboy is someone who has an overly emotional attachment to a particular human being, a man or a woman, right? Commandment number 2, or a fighter. Thou shalt not deride for a promotional company or a promoter. If you deride for a promotional company or an advisory company, and you saying all the other companies are bad, but this company is good, as though you have stock in it, that's deriding. That is forbidden over here with New Media Today USA Boxing. Now, once I start reading these commandments, it's going to be a whole lot of niggas start leaving. They're going to start leaving. I'm finna tell you right now. They finna start falling off now. They hate this here kryptonite. See, this is the kryptonite to these niggas. This is the kryptonite to these niggas. Commandment number 3, there should not be a manager or promoter of any fighter. If you online talking about signing the contract, 60-40, 80-30, or 70-20, you know what I mean? Take whatever we give you. Guess what? You managing and promoting. And you being a YouTube financial advisor. Commandment number 4, that should not pocket watch they fighters' money. Why we don't like to pocket watch fighters' money? Because people will use this as an excuse for why we should not have good fighters fight each other. People say, well, shit, my fighter got more money than your fighter. My fighter made more money than your fighter. Because my fighter got paid more money than your fighter don't deserve to fight my fighter. It has nothing to do with whether this fight is good or not. You will have people who will make an argument and say, man, Janibek don't bring nothing to the table for Jamal Charlo. Janibek ain't really got no money. Jamal Charlo touching M's. He getting paid 1.5. Janibek getting paid 500,000. Jamal Charlo ain't gonna get nothing fighting him. You will have dudes who do that. This is why we don't like the pocket watch fighters' money, right? Commandment number 5, thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. On YouTube, there's a whole lot of talking about boxing, but very few facts. A lot of emotionalism going on YouTube. Okay, let's continue. Commandment number 6. Yep, they falling off right now. They falling off. Everybody leave it. Commandment number 6, thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. If you ever have a guy arguing with you, passionately threatening you, saying he want to do A, B, C, and D to you about their fighter, and they always arguing and debating, and you see these guys in different chats on different platforms arguing, that's the guy who has an emotionally, that's too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. It clouds their vision. Commandment number 7, thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. True. Commandment number 8, thou shalt not condone any elite fighter for ducking another elite fighter. If you're telling me that this guy is an elite fighter, if you are a Tank Davis fan and you're saying that, man, but Tank don't need to fight Ryan Garcia or Tank don't need to fight Lomachenko, you are condoning an elite fighter ducking another elite fighter, Guess what? This is the wrong channel for you. We don't do that. Because the school that I come from, and the only way we're going to know who the top fighter is, everybody got to fight everybody. And if you're not pushing for that, guess what? You're not a fan of a fight. You're not a fan of the sport of boxing. You are a fan of a particular fighter. If you stay over here long enough, hopefully I'll break you out of that habit or I'll run you off. One of the two. Commandment number 9, thou shalt not speaketh of back-end money. Why we don't like to talk about back end money? Well, shit, my fighter getting more money on the back end, and your fighter ain't getting nothing. So so shit, my fighter really, he got paid 1.5 on paper, but you really made 20 million on the back end. How do you know, sir? Who told you that? Well, don't worry about who. My favorite YouTube channel told me that. Oh, your favorite YouTube channel told you that? Where did he get it from, sir? What you mean where he got it from? He got reliable sources. Oh, he do, huh? Well, how come it says this fighter's net worth is only $4 or $5 million? Oh, those people don't know what they're talking about. He got money in escrow and different and overseas and stuff like that. Sir, how do you know that, sir? And you at your mama house on the PS5. Don't worry about how I know. Just take my word for it. That's what these niggas be doing online. True. Commandment number 10, thou shalt not tweet shitteth on Twitter for your favorite fighter. Right? Commandment number 11, thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. I get threats all the time. You guys know that. I get threats all the time. He said, who is your top 3 active, most accomplished boxers? Good question. Oleksandr Usyk is one. I gotta look and see. Oleksandr Usyk is one. That's the one that jumps out at me. Shit. I gotta think about that, fam. Let me get back to your net. Shout out to you, fam. Hey, for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
The reason why I gotta think about that because there are some fighters in the lower weight divisions that's really doing good, like in the bantamweight divisions, the bantamweight division. There's some guys that's really probably accomplished and very active, but I just got to look and see because I don't want to leave those guys out because what you'll see in boxing, a lot of guys, they don't watch the smaller weight divisions. There's some guys in the smaller weight divisions that's tearing some ass up right now. Pause. You get what I'm saying? I want to make sure I don't forget those guys. But Usyk could be one, and I gotta look and see. Maybe let's see Usyk. There's a few. There's probably like 7. I get it together though. I get it together. Let me finish this.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Katie Taylor will be one too. Katie Taylor. I'm talking about fighters who are active, who actively fight. Canelo actively fight. A lot of these guys only fight once a year right now. Crawford only been fighting once a year, so I would put him there, but he hardly fights. Spence fights once a year. I won't put a fighter who doesn't fight once a year. If you only fight once a year, you might have the accomplishments, but if you hardly fighting, it's gonna be hard for me to put that on that top 3 right now, to be honest with you. Commandment number 11, thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. Commandment number 12, thou shalt not speak of undisputed if your favorite fighter has the French fries belt. Now, we did this for guys who had the French fries belt, but they didn't have the main belt, and they said that their fighter was undisputed while ignoring the fact that he doesn't have the main WBC belt that you need to become undisputed, right? Commandment number 13, thou shalt only have permission to be a fanboy of an old school fighter. And the examples that we gave, this is the only exception to the rule. The examples that we gave are the Muhammad Ali's, the Sugar Ray Robinson, the Julio Cesar Chavez's, the James Lights Out Tonys, the Marvin Haglers, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Salvador Sanchez's, the Zuma Nelsons, the Hurricane Carters, the Carlos Monzones, the George Foremans, the Lennox Lewis's, the old school guys who retired and stuff like that. Though I'll even give you Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I'll give you those guys because they old school. They had a lot of fights and they retired. They do fall in that bracket. The guys like that. Commandment number 14, thou shalt not race bait or push a personal narrative. We don't do that over here. Commandment number 15, thou shalt not have a victimhood mentality and play the race card when you do not get your way. This is our commandments. Commandment number 16, thou shalt not violate any other commandments under no circumstances. These are the commandments that our subscribers must follow in order to subscribe to this channel. So if you feel that this is not the place for you, you might want to leave according to the commandments.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And I have the phone lines open and nobody's calling in. So it's 2 minutes, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes into the show. We're gonna go stay live for about another 5 minutes. And then it is what it is. You know what I mean? And this is what it is. Boxing Jim say a new way, yeah. But I don't think a new way is the only one. I gotta look at all of the other guys. A new way is one, Katie Taylor is one, Usyk is one. Again, I'm only talking about fighters who are active, who fight a lot. Because I can put Terence Crawford in there. Crawford's my favorite fighter. Crawford can be considered one, but he hardly fights. He's only been fighting once a year for the past few years now. So it's going to be hard pressed for me to put a guy in there who's, even though he has the accomplishments, but if he's hardly fighting, it's hard for me to put him in there over a guy who have accomplishments as well, but is actively fighting. He's fighting 2 or 3 times a year. So I would put a 2 or 3 time a fighter a year in that top 3 versus a fighter who is great, but he only fights once a year. But that's my criteria. That's my criteria. Shout out to Boxing Pound for Pound. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, is the PBC going out of business? I have no idea, fam. I don't know anything about the financials as it relate to their operational costs. I have no idea. I have no way of knowing that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, you're right. Bam Rodriguez is another one. Beterbiev is another one. The brother said 3 though. He said 3. He said 3. So how do you narrow it down to 3? You get what I'm saying? He said your argument, Canelo not fighting Mexicans. He already did. He said, but Tank ain't fighting no slick black fighters at all. But Brady 12. This is Brady 12 is Jason Mones. That's Jason Mones. Brady 12 is Jason Mones. I told you Jason Mones have multiple accounts. He has multiple accounts. I've already addressed this. So I advise you to go back and listen to the replay and just hear what I said. I've already addressed this though. Yeah, it's hard to narrow it down to 3. Hard to narrow it down to 3. You get what I'm saying? You say keep up the great work, coach. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. It is what it is, though.
I want you to call me.
You know what I mean? And then a lot of these dudes, like, because they don't have any boxing knowledge, because they're not educated on the sport. This is why when you talk to them and you talk to them about, just the science of boxing, and just want to try to keep the conversation boxing, they can't keep it boxing. They got to go somewhere else with it because they don't know nothing else. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys who come from those YouTube channels that I showed you, who watch me, they have victimhood mentalities. And this is why they come with a whole lot of niggas explaining, and it don't make any sense. When they be niggas explaining to me, I just politely shoot that shit down.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Phone lines open, they won't even call in. That dude Brady 12, Jason Mones won't even call in. Because if he called, it's going to call from a no call ID. They won't even call in. They won't even call in. They ain't got no nuts. He's saying they ain't got no nuts, dog. These dudes ain't got no nuts. Like literally, I don't know what he nuts at. I don't know what he nuts at. I really don't know. But anyways, it is what it is, man. Y'all don't know what time it is.
Sunshine when tanks gone.
I'll smack the shit out of you in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
Ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Chickarelli. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to my brother Charlo. I gotta give a shout out to all of the members. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Fissiana Fights. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Mark Nash in the building. Shout out to Philip Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to Ace Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Boxing Gyms as well. Shout out to my sister Arlette. Shout out to Lisa Bales. Shout out to Smith & West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Let's give a shout out to the callers. Shout out to Mario from Arkansas. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio. Shout out to Blood Boxing from Gainesville. Shout out to True Grit 402. Shout out to Hell Hero Elite. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Folo Bond. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to Carmen Serene. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to J Doc. Shout out to Bless 365. Shout out to AB Sounds. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Shout out to MFB. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Bishop Don Magic Wand. Shout out to Big Hulk from Maryland. Shout out to Manny 209. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Arnold McKenzie. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to Doug Rightside. What up, Doug? Shout out to Lady Shan Dutton Season. Shout out to Drumming for Life. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Candy Slim 501. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to Boxing Nerd 101. Shout out to Manny G. Shout out to Old Daddy Boxing. Shout out to Frank the Tank with the Big Bank. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Shout out to Flex B Alfonso. Shout out to Al Money, always getting money. Shout out to Lil Sean. Shout out to BWON. Shout out to Frank Forbes. Shout out to BWG. Shout out to Get Touched Up Boxing. Shout out to Oscar Radio. Shout out to Swift 718. Shout out to Stephen Bateman. Shout out to BG from the Hot Boys. Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to John Doe. What up, Doe? Shout out to Sabrina Lee. Shout out to S. Kamani. Shout out to Eric Grimy. Always grimy, baby. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to El Lobo. Shout out to Boss Dog. Shout out to Real Talk. Shout out to the Mad Titan. It is what it is. Once again, it's on. This our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. Nobody today USA Boxing. It is what it is, man. You guys ought to know my motto, man. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. And matter of fact, let's do this here, man. Let's go on out here, man. I want to do this. You know what? Let's do something a little different. We ain't done this. Yeah, man, once again, it's on. I just addressed this dude, Brady 12. He said, I'm done for thinking he's somebody else. You done for being over here. You're done for being over here. You's a dumb fuck. Don't like you, don't give a damn about you, but you come over here every day. You're one of my biggest haters. I wish you would leave. Other than that, that's it. It's about Coach Malachi Williams signing out. Hopefully, we'll never see you again in life, okay? Signing out. New Media Today, USA Boxing. You guys know my motto, man. Don't beat me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.